Hello, good evening, and welcome our 24th national webinar on techniques of how to focus our future. So we are heartily welcome our all the participants from India as well as overseas, because we are getting a lots of support, love and encouragement from your side. So we are continue our series of webinars in every Sunday. So thanks all of you to join us on regular basis. So now we start our 24th national webinar. So the topic are very interesting. It's all change our life and very important role playing in our life, because the future is the period. First, all of us want to know what is future. So the future is the period of time that will come after the present, or the things that will happen then. So the time after comes present time, it's called future. So we are all want our good future. We are work hard, we all of us working hard, we all of us making plans, strategy for our upcoming futures. So today's webinar we are starting. So we are I want to tell one little bit story about encouragement for all of you. So the story of four frogs. The story of four frogs. As a group of four frogs were traveling through the woods. So the story is, group of frogs while traveling through the woods, two of them fell into a deep pit. Then the other frogs crowded around the pit and saw how deep it was. They told the two frogs that there was no hope left for them. However, the two frogs decided to ignore what the others were saying, and they proceeded to try and jump out of the pit. Despite their efforts, the group of frogs at the top of the pit were still saying that, that they should just give up, that they would never make it out. Eventually, one of the frogs took heed to what the other were saying and they gave up, falling down to his death. The other frog continued to jump as hard as they could. Again, the crowd of frogs yelled at him to stop the pain and just die. He jumped even harder and finally made it out. When he got out, the other frog said, "Did you not hear us?" The frog explained to them that he was deaf. He thought they were encouraging him the entire time. So, moral of the story, people's word can have a big effect on other lives. Think about that you say before it comes out of your mouth. It might just be the difference between life and death. So, we start our webinar with this beautiful encouragement story. So, why focus is important in your life? So, the main question is arising, why focus is important in your life? You are living in a fast-paced world where you can get distracted easily by a lot of things every day. You can try everything, but if you lack focus in your life, it is pretty impossible to become successful. Let me explain you and help you to know why focus is important in your life. Focus can truly change everything. As it is said, energy flows where the attention goes. When you focus on something, it expands. It is necessary to understand why focus is so important so you can use it to your advantage. So we are again telling a little bit story in a brief from related to the focus. In the Mahabharata, Arjuna is being taught archery by his guru Dronacharya along with the other students. So the guru of Arjuna, Dronacharya, hung a wounded crow from a tree branch and then summoned his students, telling the student to aim for the crow's eye, but first to explain what they see. So the first student, Duryodhana, approaches and the teacher asks the student, "What do you see?" The student says, "I see the garden, the tree, the flower, everything." Dronacharya asked the student to step aside and not to shoot. He asked the next student and was told something similar. "I see the air and leaves blowing in the wind." The Guru Dronacharya asked a few more students and they all have similar replies. Then came Arjuna. When Arjuna was asked, so So the Arjuna came and asked what he saw. He said, "The only thing I can see in the crow's eyes." Guru Dronacharya said, "Release your bow." And Arjuna hit the crow in the middle of his eye. I hope that with a little reflection you can see how powerful yet simple that story is. Use it next time you need to focus. Here are the reasons why focus is important in your life. So, the importance of focus in our life we are discussing. Number one, it helps you can change your life. Focus can change your life dramatically. When you focus on your life to make it better, it will start to get better eventually. As it is said, the secret of change is to focus all your energy not fighting the old, but building the new. Life changes when you decide to change it. You need to start working on the change. The more you focus in life, the better your life will be. If you want to improve your life, then read and improve with focus every day. And second one, it gives you more opportunity. Focus are giving you more and more opportunities in a life. If your focus will help you to discover the path that you don't even know exist. We become so blind with our problems in life that we forget to focus on possibilities. As it is said, when you focus on problems, you will have more problems. When you focus on possibilities, you will have more opportunities. So you need to start looking for possibilities in your life and you will open new doors to new opportunities. Don't listen to other people. Just remember that focus is important in your life in order to embrace the opportunity around you. Focus expands your knowledge. Focus will help you to expand your intelligence and knowledge. When you start to focus on learning, your knowledge will expand eventually. Focus on learning new things every day. Make learning a priority in your life. However, there are going to be distractions around you, but you need to focus anyways. So when you focus on expanding your knowledge, your life will be automatically expand. So fourth one, it helps you become more productive at work. Distinction will always knock your doors. It is your choice what you choose between focus versus distractions. Focus will help you to become more productive at your work. It will help you to bring your attention towards a particular task as a primary object. Everything else is secondary. Focus on a being productive. However, most people never focus on being productive. Instead, they focus on being busy. Focus is important in your life in order to become highly productive and work and get the work done efficiently. So fifth one is it helps you to achieve your goals. Your focus will determine the level of achievement you get in life. When you bring your focus to achieving something in life, you will reach your goal. Otherwise, you will end up wasting your time and energy on useless things. Life is like a camera. Focus on what is important and capture it. If you want to reach your targets, bring your focus to the goals and keep working until you achieve it. Sixth, focus helps you become successful faster. If you want to achieve something in your life, the focus are helpful to fulfill your achievement, your objective. When you are focused, no one can stop you to achieve the success. Successful people are focused on their mission. They work on their goals every single day. This helps them achieve success faster than anyone. However, most people try something but never stay consistent. It becomes their roadblock. Focus is important in your life to achieve the success you desire. Successful people never let distraction come in their way. So here we see the most important things to focus your life, and those people always focused in your life, they are achieving a big. They achieve their goal. They achieve their target. those people are not focused in his life or her life, they are losing everything. They are losing their motivation level, they are losing their object, they are losing their achievement and success, and after losing their focus on their uh, object, achievement, target, they got and fall in a depression situation. If you are preparing all things in step by step, you are getting a way, and you are also make a strategical map to achieve your goal, and your strategical map focused more you on their achieve your target, and also helpful to your target achieving very easily. So every moment and every day in a life, concentrate on your way, concentrate on your targets, concentrate on your ambition, concentrate on your aim. If you want to achieve something bigger in a life, so all of you work hard, but work hard with an strategical plan or focused daily routine basis on your aim. If you are losing, if you are losing on a single day or your focus, you are losing most of the things in your life. So very important to focus always in a life on daily routine basis. So now we are telling a little bit story about how to set your mindset. Focus on your future or preparing your future techniques to achieving your goal. To first of all set your mindset. So a story related to your mindset we are discussing here. A story of a hot dog stands battle with resistance. There was an elderly man who had a profitable little business selling hot dogs on a busy street corner in a major city. He was he was not particularly well educated. He was hard of hearing, so he had no radio. He had trouble with his eyes, so he read no newspapers, and of course he did not look at television. But he sold great hot dogs and his customers loved him. During the early morning rush hour at wheel, this his mobile hot dog stand to a position near the exit of the central train station in town. A year ago, he had added a bacon and egg roll to his range and sold scores of them to this breakfast crowd every day. At lunchtime, he had moved his stand to a popular park where he had lines of regular for hot dogs. In the afternoon, he had be back at the train station entrance, and the latter most nights he knew a great spot near a nightclub where patrons rushed him off his feet. He had even installed special lighting and a flashing neon sign. Even people driving by would stop. He would work hard for years successfully and earned enough to put his only son through university, who later became a management consultant with a large firm. One day his son warned him that a recession was on the way and that the news was all over the television and in all the newspaper. The old man asked his son what he meant for him. Being an educated man, his son gave a very detailed explanation of how the recession would severely impact every person in the community, particularly small business people like his father. There would be enormous unemployment. People would not be able to afford to spend money as they did now. He painted a gloomy picture of the future and warned his father that it would be wise to cut back on his expenses and tighten his belt financially and prepare for the worst. The old man did not know much about the economy or interest rate, but he trusted his son. After all, he was an educated man. Recession mentality kicked in. The old man began to cut back on the number of sausages, sauces and bread rolls he bought. He did not want to get caught with stall rolls as business began to drop due to the coming recession. But it was hard to judge, and some days he actually ran out of sauces and rolls earlier than he normally would. So he went home early and spent more time worrying about his recession date was coming. Soon he noted what his son had said was right. He noticed that his stockings were indeed falling. This depressed him more, and so he tended to get out of bed later each day. After all, why get to the station so early when obviously more people would be eating at home rather than spending money on breakfast in the city? He decided that his bacon and twice the price of a hot dog, so he cut them from his menu and his sales continued to plummet. Wow, my son was right. This recession is hitting me hard, thought the old man. So the old man decided to save more money and not replace the batteries that powered his neon sign and lights at night. Now, because he was in the dark, fewer people bought from him, and soon he decided that it was not even worth his time setting up at night. Eventually, he decided to sell off his equipment on his trolley. He was in luck, though, because the woman who bought his trolley did not seem to know how bad business was or how severe the recession was going to be. He managed upload he managed an upload. So how bad business to unload the trolley or more than he thought he would get. Now, a day after day, he stayed at home, depressed, and occasionally his son would visit him and they would discuss how bad the recession was and how lucky the old man had been to have an educated son who had warn him in advance about this terrible recession. So even though other people are more educated than you, it does not mean they know what is the right decision or what is the wrong one. The moral of the story: knowledge can sometimes hinder you in making the right decision. Knowing everything that can go wrong can stop you from going after your goals and dreams. If you listen to others, do not accept to have different results than they do. If you listen to people who say that nothing is possible and you accept that mindset, then what is true. On the other hand, if you try, well, who knows? Try and let us know in the comment section what happened. So, encouragement is also very important. Always God give every person a brain and expand your thinking power, expand your imagination. In this world, this is not a thing that every person are saying is right, because you are listening the thoughts of every person, but what you do what you think, not do what they listen. Every decision, your own decision, make you a successful person. If you are want to achieve big in your life, if you want to achieve good, if you want to achieve something bigger, something more, if you want to achieve your dream, to listen your brain. Always listen your brain, not your heart. Because heart is always right, but heart have some emotions, and if you kill your emotions, if you are cruel, then you are got more success in life. One of the best ways to keep growing as a person is by focusing on self-improvement and doing more for yourself on a regular basis. This might mean taking steps toward reaching a goal. So the first quote of the today's webinar is knowledge. First quote of today's webinar is a knowledge. Those participants are new in our webinar. I request all the participants, first of all, please subscribe our channel. Those are not subscribed our channel yet, because SK Media Tech is a non-profitable organization. Our team members, Dr. Purti Trivedi, Dr. Sujan Patel, myself, Dr. Atul Kumar Misra, are working very hard to prepare a good and informative webinar on every Sunday. We are working a mission. Our team motive is spreading positivity, is spreading education globally. We want to motivate those people, they are demotivated, they are depressed, because we are believing that every person have a uniqueness. So I request those persons who are demotivating themselves, Please, you are reprocess yourself. You are thinking, you are concentrating about your life. What you lose? Every lose, every lose is a step of a success. Every zero, every zero have a meaning. All of you know zero have a bigger value than number. If zero supports any number, the number got bigger. If zero unsupport number, the number got less. So please motivate yourself. And second thing, after the completion of every webinar, our team sending you a feedback form for e-certificate of this webinar. So all the 4 codes those we are giving in webinar is necessary to fill up in the feedback form to generate your e-certificates. Feedback link you got maybe Monday or maybe Tuesday, and link will be activated till Saturday. So those participants are not registered for this webinar, or those are coming from other sources on our YouTube channel. So please comment your email ID in a comment box. So our team send you a feedback form on this link, will help you to generate your e-certificates. And also again request you, those participants are newly in this webinar, please subscribe our channel, because SK Media Tech is non-profitable organization. We are a team of researchers and motivationals. We need your supports, we need your good wishes, we need your blessing to continue our mission. Thanks all the participants for joining us, and continue with the webinar, or simply adding a few things into your day that make you feel good, such as reading more often or learning something new. While the idea of self-improvement can seem daunting, the good thing is it's an ongoing process and not so much about pressuring yourself or meeting deadlines. In fact, we oftentimes think that accomplishments lead to you happiness, but it simply is not true. So, Julie Homeless, a New York City-based life coach, still, while you may feel good after an achievement, the feeling is not sustainable. It's important to always be learning and growing in life for happiness that's testing. Once it's become a habit, it will keep you from every feeling stuck or bored, since you will always have an eye out for new and existing ways to grow. And does not even matter what your goals are, as long as they are moving you in a position direction. To get started, consider some of the tips listed below, which experts say can get you started on the road and maybe even reaching a few goals. So We are discussing the techniques. So now we are discussing the techniques to focus our future. So the first technique is that imagine yourself in the future. One of the best places to start on the road to self-improvement is by envisioning your future self and how you might like to feel years down the line. And from there beginning to live life from that perspective, Homeless says. So go ahead and imagine an ideal older self. What are they doing? How do they feel? What's their daily routine look like? This can help you get a better idea of what self-improvement might look like and the steps you can take to get there. So, second techniques, figure out where to start. If you are feeling goals less, it can also help to think about the 5 areas that pretty much everyone needs to keep working on, which includes health, relationships, finance, career, and spirituality. Holmes says spirituality does not need to mean religion or believing in anything particular. It can mean self-love. Doing what you need to do to make yourself happy instead of worrying about what everyone else thinks or needs. If any of these areas need a little attention, let it serve as a jumping off point. You might, for example, realizing that your career could use a little attention, which may inspire you to look for ways to expand and see what else there is a learn. So the second core of our today's webinar is learning. So third technique, check in with yourself regularly. The thing about goals, the things about goals is they are bound to change over time. So don't fret if you start down on path and then change your mind. Instead, always have vision of where you want to be and how you want to improve your thinking. Mariana Stronging, physical doctor, clinical, psychological and founder of Strong in Therapy, tells Buster this makes the journey more clear. And if your current path starts to feel wrong, you will be able to adjust. So, our second core of the webinar is a target. So now we are discussing our fourth techniques. Fourth techniques of the focus of your future is to caring yourself. Talk to yourself in a caring way. The process of reaching goals or making changes can be overwhelming, especially if you are being tough on yourself. or expecting it to all happen overnight. So check in your thoughts and assess how they make you feel. Are they critical? Are they motivating? Are they pushing you forward or backward? In order to achieve momentum, you must first change your thinking. I again repeat, in order to achieve a momentum, you must first change your thinking. Be kind to yourself. Your thinking voice should resemble a cheerleader. And now the fifth techniques of the focus in be all about that daily journal. Be all about that daily journal. In order to improve themselves, you will need to stay in touch with what you want. In order to improve themselves, you need to stay in touch with what you want. And this is where daily journaling can come in a handy. In terms of working towards goals, keeping a daily journal can be helpful because writing down your goals helps to increase accountability. It's also a habit that can keep you dedicated. Using your journal as a way to access progress and then brainstorm what do you if you are hitting roadblocks will help you to stay on track in working towards those goals. So sixth technique of be specific. When it comes to reaching a specific goal, it can help to define your goals in a way so that they are measurable. Walter says, so instead of saying I want to go back to school, be more detailed and say I would like to go back to school and learn more for my career, so that I can then do XYZ. Seventh technique is change call in a friend. Change can be difficult and going about setting goals can be challenging. So don't hesitate to ask for support from friends, family, a partner or a therapist. So the third core of our webinar is friend. After all, no one does it alone. A success coach who specializes in helping women find balance tell Bastal will all help days when we need to bounce ideas of people get reminded of how far we come, and letting someone know your specific goal and what you are working on significantly increase your chances of accomplishing what you want. So, eighth important technique is consider how you will reach your goals. Eighth important point, consider how you will reach your goals. Trying to reach your goals all at once means you are less likely to do them well, if at all. So take a look of all the things you would like. So always focus always focus on your goals. Trying to reach your goals all at once means you are less likely to do them well. Yeah. Always planning ahead also includes thinking about potential roadblocks to success and proactive thinking about how you will overcome them. Here I want to share a small story about related to the wasting of time. So people visit a wise man. People visit a wise man complaining about the same problems over and over again. One day he decided to tell them a joke, and they all roared with laughter. After a few minutes, he told them the same joke. Only a few of them smiled. Then he told the same joke for a third time, but no one laughed or smiled. The wise man smiled and said, "You can't laugh at the same joke over and over. So why are you always crying about the same problem?" So why are you always crying about the same problem? So the moral of the story is that stop wasting your time in complaining. Only focus on your goal. Always thinking, always focus like a horse to achieve your target, achieve your aim. So the ninth technique of the focus in a future is a celebrate your success. When you get home, when you get home in the evening, take a few moments to be grateful for whatever you accomplished or whatever went well that day. And if you reached a big goal, take time to celebrate. Too often we make progress, achieve some success, and immediately think about what next. If you don't celebrate and look at how far you have come, it's pointless. You will be just be chasing the next thing and never feel the way you want to feel. That's why it's important to be aware of your progress and pat yourself on the back every once in a while. So here we again I want to listen a more and more informative a little bit story share with you. A man was passing the elephant. He suddenly stopped, confused by the fact that these huge creatures were being held by only a small rope tied to their front leg, no chains, no cages. It was obvious that the elephant could at any time break away from their bonds, but for some reason they did not. He saw a trainer nearby and asked why the animal just stood there and made no attempt to get away. Well, trainer said when they are very young and much smaller, we use the same size rope to tie them, and at that age it's enough to hold them. As they grow up, they are conditioned to believe they cannot break away. They believe the rope can still hold them, so they never try to break free. The man was amazed. These animals could at any time break free from their bonds, but because they believed they could not, they were stuck right where they were. So, friends, the moral of the story: never let one failure from the past, never let one failure from the past hold you back in the future. Your past problems, your past failures are not a barriers in your future path. So open your mind always. Look your future. Look your aim. And always focused and always targeting on your aim. Our team are working very hard. To those people are they are regularly participants in our webinar. We want all those participants, all those people joining us as our team, as our supporter, all are find their aim. So struggling will make you stronger. Always struggling will make you stronger. Here also I want again, this is my last story, all of you, because I want to give some messages from all of you, from my these little bit stories. Struggling will make you stronger. Once upon a time, a man found a butterfly that was starting to hatch from its cocoon. He sat down and watched the butterfly for hours as it struggled to force itself through a tiny hole. Then it suddenly stopped making progress and looked like it was stuck. Therefore, the man decided to help the butterfly out, he took a pair of scissors and cut off the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily, although it had a swollen body and small shriveled wings. The man thought nothing of it and he sat there waiting for the wings to enlarge to support the butterfly. However, that never happened. The butterfly spent the rest of its life unable to fly, crawling around with small wings and a swollen body. Despite the man's kind heart, he did not understand that the restricting cocoon and the struggle needed by the butterfly to get the itself through the small hole were God's way of forcing fluid from the body of the butterfly into its wings to prepare itself for flying once it was free. So every struggling will make you stronger. Don't depress, don't demotivate yourself. Always live like a fighter, always boosting yourself, always focused in your future, because every failure, every struggle will make you more and more stronger. So never give up in your life. So that our next techniques, do more of what you enjoy. Self-improvement is not always about reaching goals. It can also be about doing more of that you enjoy and focusing more on yourself. In the process, you might learn something new and you will definitely grow as a person, but that does not have to be your main goal. So if you have a stack of books you have been meaning to get through our an instrument you have been neglecting, pick up. Find time in the day to make your hobbies a priority and you will likely to feel better for it. You can also push yourself out of your comfort zone as a way to discover what lights you up. Career coach Stephen Thomas tells, never tried ceramic making or long distance running or fencing. There's no time to start like now. So our fourth code of today's webinar is a struggle. So the fourth code of today's webinar is struggle. And the last technique is, remember it's a process. Whatever your goals, maybe it can be frustrating when they don't all come together right now. So give yourself plenty of time. Remember that life is a journey, not a destination. Mr. Holmes says, don't wait until you get where you want to be to allow yourself to feel happy. Enjoy the process. That's why you are here. Always celebrating your failure, because those people are facing a failure in the starting phase. They are more success in their life. because they are fighting themselves, because they are fighting his or her own. If you can't do just that, you will be well on your way to your next level of awesomeness. And when you reach that, remember to keep up the good work. So never give up in your life. Always, always celebrating, always celebrating the failure. Because those people are depressed to facing failure in your life. They can't achieve, or they can't get a big in his or her life, because life is a journey. If you are self motivated, if you are prepare a daily routine, if you are prepare your daily timetable to how to manage your day, you can't fail in your life. So again, I request all my participants and those people are seeing this video, please never give up in your life. Live like a fighter, because every moment of life make you more and more stronger. Be positive, live positive, think positive, work positive, and spreading happiness in your home. Your family members are your true friends. So don't ignore your family members, because they are the traveler, they are the supporter of your journey, and they are motivating you when you are depressed, when you are facing a failure. They are not laughing on you, they are always support you. So please be motivated and continue your journey to achieve your goal in a focused way. So at last, thank you all the participants to joining with us in our 24th national webinar, and hardly thankful to your support and our team, Dr. Purti Trivedi, Dr. Sujan Patel, myself Dr. Atul Kumar Misra, and all my participants from India and overseas. Again, thanks to join us on a regular basis and supporting our team efforts. Thanks and good day, and meet you soon on our next Sunday webinar. Good day, bye bye, take care.